forward. Can you see this?
It's in your belly.
Can you see this?
No.
Can you see this?
Yeah, that's why the phone's broken.
Guys, so I'm Jewish, but I'm about to eat pork. First time ever, about to eat pork. So we're gonna get in here. Hands have been sanitized to the proper temperature.
Oh my god. Oh, Brian. Brian, oh, delicious. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Feel the wind blow. Keep pushing forward, never let go. Feet to the pavement, riding out off the road, the hard times are standing strong. Momentum building dreams inside, we won't be stopping. We own the night.
Oh, yeah. Are we here? Are we live? Who started that camera? Welcome to the Don't Hold Your Breath podcast, everybody. Thanks very much for coming back and checking us out again. My name is DHYB, and this is my life. So quickly to the daily accountability chart here. I'm kind of flying blind today. I don't know what I'm really going to talk about, but we're just going to ramble for a couple minutes and then get out of here because I need to go through the motions. I need to make sure that this is checked off the list at least 3 to 5 times a week. And so I'm going to put a check mark right here. Duke, because I did video journal, video podcasting, working with video, working with editing. I've got to do it 3 to 5 times a week, and I checked it off my list. I didn't do it yesterday. I did get up at 6:30 the last couple of days, so it's getting a little bit earlier, so that's good. Did 3-minute cold plunge the last couple of days. Those have been great. I take the gallon jugs of water and I freeze them in the freezer. And I take about 6 of those, throw them in the bathtub, and I usually bring the temperature down to like 64 to 68 degrees, depending, which is colder than it sounds. Get in there and try it. I really highly recommend it. And I went to fill up the tub yesterday and I thought, let me put the thermometer and see what the cold water is temping at. It's at 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Welcome to Texas in August. It's fantastic. So 3 minutes this morning was really good. What we're doing here is we are going from death to life every morning. So I'm doing meditation, 20 minutes of meditation, got in the ice bath for 3 minutes. I did 5 rounds of breath work this morning and I got to 252. So that felt really good. And I have a little journal up there by the bed, which is interesting because I'll go into the breath hold. I'll start writing something down after, a minute, whenever it comes to me. I'll start writing something down and then I can never finish writing what I'm trying to get out before my handwriting just goes completely bonkers, which is a pretty interesting phenomenon to witness, especially witnessing it every day. But going from death to life every morning is a pretty cool experience. So far, so good. 21 pounds, 241.6. So I gained 0.6 of a pound. Day I did 11:30 to 5 fasting and gained a little bit of net worth, which was good. I got paid for some consulting I did last week, which is helping out. And then I've got the video checked off. I'm going to read when I go upstairs tonight. I've been reading kind of about 5 or 6 pages before I go to bed. So that's feeling good. And my feeling was a 5 out of 10 today. I felt fine. It's no big deal. It was a day. So yeah, KP's kitchen. Today I was covering for the chef over there and covering the kitchen. It was really cool to be able to work with the teams, the AM and PM team, and see the difference between everybody and be able to do some kind of inspirational stuff in Spanish. And we can start really energizing everybody and motivating everybody around a common cause of self-improvement, self-mastery, just being the best we can be. And I think that kind of inspiration will really help to drive the kitchen into the next phase of KP's business. We're going to take that place to the moon, baby. So yeah, that was the accountability chart. We're going from death to life. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about some more stuff in a little bit here. I just got home. I want to knock this out real quick. I was trying to see if I could get a video to download because I did a video and I haven't even looked at it yet of doing one of the recipes for the guys. And so I want to check that out and play around with it and see, and maybe I'll share that today when I edit this out. Yeah, I'm back. Got to take a shower and wash all that kitchen off. Ugh. It's hard, sweaty work, man. It takes a lot to get that kitchen the right way. Yeah. Sometimes in these motivational waves, you just want to do it all, and patience is super important now because it's discipline, not motivation, that will eventually produce the result. So patience and eagerness are equally critical to long-term growth. I heard Gary Vaynerchuk, super cool guy. I really love the way that I love his perspective. I love his energy. I love the variety of things that he's into. He's super ADD. He's very hyped up all the time. I can kind of identify with some of that manicness of him. So I think it's super cool to listen to him, especially as I get more into, man, he is a social media guru. So getting some information from him and Think Media on YouTube via the recommendation from Adultish Wines, Paige Crutcher over at Adultish Wines, who gave us some pointers. Thank you, Paige. Looked at Think Media, looked at Gary Vaynerchuk. Oh, yeah, that's better. Gary Vee is really cool. Always has been. And he's talking about patience and eagerness, and he gets a lot of flack from a lot of people when he starts talking about how important patience is. Well, I get a lot of flack for talking about patience as well. I've gotten a lot of flack from people in my past, especially being in kitchens, man. I mean, it's like, go, 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 go. Come on, produce fast, 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 fast. Do it now. And while that's important to be able to have a sense of urgency, I think that 90% of the time when people are talking about a sense of urgency, they are actually exhibiting a sense of panic. They're careless. They're just throwing stuff together. They put stuff out to the guests and they don't even taste test, and they never actually go through the thorough and well thought out processes that when you talk about successful restaurants, like if you talk about 11 Madison Park, if I was able to ask Wilgie Dar a question about the processes that they installed in those restaurants and how much of a whim versus how much of a planning process went into those, I'd be willing to bet that he was a little bit more whimsical as far as implementation, but still had a strong planning process. So he'd have an idea, he'd probably write it down, he'd probably go to a team of people, his circle of 5 or whatnot, and then run that idea by them and then start to find ways of implementation, and then he'd put it on the floor. And I think the same thing would be probably more true of Daniel Hume. And if you look at any of these guys, Rene Redzepi, Grant Achatz, Thomas Keller, any of the amazing, Ferran Adrià, the guys who set the bar, who changed the industry, who changed the way that we think about food and approach food, the real legends, those guys, even the old school guys, Robuchon and Verge and all the old chefs, they're still going to have a very thoughtful and methodical process around growth, and it requires a lot of patience. They have to have a lot of patience with themselves. They have to have a lot of patience with the people on their teams in order to allow them the space and time to grow. So I think your level of ability to actively be patient, which is kind of paradoxical, is critical to your long-term growth. And that's not to knock the sense of urgency or the eagerness to produce. It's very important. It's equally as important, but it's very easy to overstate the importance of eagerness, where it's very easy to understate the importance of patience, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. That's going to be my input for today. And I've got big lists of stuff, and I'm a very ambitious person, but I have to be able to manage that, and patience is the way to manage that. One day at a time, one recipe at a time, one relationship at a time, so on and so forth. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night or day whenever you're watching this little clip. Just know that you are appreciated, and that whatever you do in life, wherever you go, as hard as you push, don't hold your breath.